When most people think of tractors, they picture the typical green John Deere or a red Case IH slowly plowing a field. But America's long history of agricultural innovation is filled with some wild, unconventional, and downright bizarre machines that you simply have to see to believe. These aren't your grandpa's ordinary workhorses, they're engineering experiments, industry oddities, and sometimes just plain mechanical madness. From tractors with airplane engines to amphibious beasts, here are 10 crazy American tractors you won't believe are real. Number 1. The Minneapolis Malen UDLX Comfort Tractor. Imagine rolling through your small town not just in a tractor but a tractor with a luxury automobile interior, complete with a radio, heater, clock, cigarette lighter, and speedometer. That's exactly what the Minneapolis Malen UDLX Comfort Tractor offered when it hit the market in 1938. At the time, the idea was revolutionary. Farmers wanted a machine that could not only work the fields but also replace their car for trips into town. The UDLX boasted a streamlined Art Deco design, enclosed cab with chrome trim, and could hit 40 miles per hour on the road. Unheard of for tractors of that era. Despite its advanced features and futuristic concept, it flopped commercially. The price tag of $2,155, nearly $45,000 today, was simply too much for Depression-era farmers. Fewer than 150 units were ever produced, making surviving models extremely rare collector's items today. It's no exaggeration to say the UDLX was a tractor decades ahead of its time, blending comfort and agriculture long before anyone else dared. Number 2. The Big Bud 74-7, the world's largest tractor. When it comes to tractors, bigger is almost always better, and no tractor proves that more than the Big Bud 7047, an absolute giant built in Havre, Montana in 1977 by Northern Manufacturing Company. Originally built for deep ripping soil in California cotton fields, Big Bud 74-7 could pull a 35-foot wide chisel plow with ease. The tractor's 16-cylinder Detroit diesel engine delivered raw, unmatched power. For years it held the title of the world's largest and most powerful farm tractor. What's crazier is that after decades of work, it retired to a museum in Iowa before being restored and sent back to Montana, where it now still pulls massive equipment on 3,000-acre wheat farms. It's not just a tractor, it's a living legend. Number 3. The John Deere 8020, America's first 4WD tractor. Today, four-wheel drive tractors dominate large-scale farming, but it all started with the John Deere 8020 in 1960, a monster of a machine that paved the way for modern ag machinery. Armed with a 215 horsepower, 6-cylinder Detroit diesel engine, the 8020 could conquer tough terrain and handle heavy implements that two-wheel drive tractors simply couldn't manage. It was enormous and built for serious high-horsepower work, standing tall with its rugged square design and massive tires. Only 100 units were ever produced because the concept was just a little too ahead of its time. Farmers were hesitant to invest in such an unfamiliar beast. However, those who did found its power invaluable. The 8020 laid the foundation for nearly every large 4WD tractor in use today. It's a trailblazer and a crazy cool relic of American agricultural engineering. Number 4. The Fordson Snow Motor, the tracked snow tractor. Picture this, a Fordson tractor on giant screw-propelled cylinders instead of wheels. That's exactly what the Fordson Snow Motor was. A prototype developed in the 1920s to conquer snow and swamps, where regular vehicles struggled. Rather than tracks or wheels, it used large helical cylinders that spun and propelled the machine forward over soft ground and deep snow. The concept was adapted from Russian inventor Armstead's designs and was tested extensively in Michigan's deep winters. Although surprisingly effective, the snow motor never went into mass production. The arrival of Caterpillar tracks, which were simpler and more practical, overshadowed the screw-propelled system. Yet even today, watching videos of the snow motor gliding across snow like some steampunk snowmobile is jaw-dropping. Number 5. The Holt Gas Electric Tractor, hybrid power before its time. Long before Toyota Priuses filled the streets, there was a hybrid gas-electric tractor, and it came from Holt Manufacturing Company, a predecessor of Caterpillar, in 1912. The Holt Gas Electric tractor combined a gasoline engine with electric generators that powered electric motors connected to each track. The idea was to provide smoother torque and greater traction for heavy loads, especially for military transport. It weighed 20 tons, had 150 horsepower, and could tow over 100 tons of equipment. The US Army even tested it to move artillery. While it wasn't widely adopted, the Gas Electric was a pioneering experiment that foreshadowed the hybrid vehicles of a century later. Number 6. The Caterpillar Challenger 65, the first rubber-tracked tractor. In 1986, Caterpillar flipped tractor design on its head by introducing the Challenger 65, the first rubber-tracked agricultural tractor. While tracks had been used on military tanks and heavy equipment for decades, no one had applied the idea successfully to farming at scale. The Challenger 65 featured mobile track technology, using durable rubber tracks with embedded steel cords to offer both high flotation and high traction. Farmers working on soft, wet soils found the machine revolutionary. It didn't sink like wheeled tractors and could power through tough field conditions without damaging soil structure as much. It sparked a new era of tracked agriculture, leading to a slew of imitators and innovations. Today, almost every tractor manufacturer offers a tracked model, but it was Caterpillar who did it first with a tractor that still looks futuristic even now. Number 7. The Altman Taylor 3060, the gasoline giant. Go back to 1910 and you'll find one of the most colossal machines of the steam to gasoline transition era, the Altman Taylor 3060. Nicknamed the gasoline giant, this behemoth weighed over 23,000 pounds and generated 60 horsepower on the belt pulley and 30 horsepower on the drawbar. It used a huge 4-cylinder gasoline engine with 8-inch diameter pistons, making it one of the largest gasoline-powered tractors of its time. Its iron flywheels, exposed gears, and massive steel wheels made it look more like a moving factory than a tractor. Farmers in the Midwest used it to pull 10 to 14 bottom plows, a massive feat in an era when most tractors could barely handle 2-3 bottoms. Seeing one rumble across a prairie was an awe-inspiring sight, a mechanical monster born of the industrial age. Number 8. The Stiger Tiger 4, the muscle machine. If you're a fan of raw horsepower, then the Stiger Tiger 4 is right up your alley. Built in the late 1980s, it was the largest tractor Stiger ever produced, sporting a 19-liter, 850 horsepower Caterpillar engine. This quad-track tractor looked like something straight out of a sci-fi film, towering over fields with its aggressive stance and bold green paint. It was built to handle the largest farming operations imaginable. Weighing nearly 60,000 pounds, it could tow massive air seeders, cultivators, and plows with ease. Only a few were ever made, and owning one today is like having the muscle car of the tractor world. It's loud, powerful, and unapologetically over the top. Exactly what makes it so crazy and cool. Number 9. The IMCO Power Horse, the rear entry tractor. Here's one you probably haven't seen before, the IMCO Power Horse, a bizarre rear entry articulated tractor built in the 1950s. Instead of climbing into the cab from the side or front, operators entered from the back, stepping directly onto the operator's platform, which was perched atop the articulated pivot point. The design gave the Power Horse incredible maneuverability with a tight turning radius and balanced weight distribution, making it ideal for steep hills and orchard work. It had hydrostatic drive and was powered by a gasoline or diesel engine, depending on the model. Although practical in some situations, its oddball design didn't catch on widely, but it remains a fascinating curiosity that still turns heads at antique tractor shows. Number 10. The Versatel 1150, the Canadian-American beast. We'll end our list with a machine so powerful it almost seems excessive. The Versatel 1150, built in Winnipeg, Canada, and heavily used across the American Great Plains. With a 470 horsepower Cummins KTA 1150 diesel engine, this 4WD behemoth could plow thousands of acres with ease. Weighing 36,000 pounds and capable of pulling implements over 80 feet wide, the Versatel 1150 wasn't just big, it was built like a tank. Operators loved its reliability and brutal strength. It's one of those tractors that defines go big or go home, farming perfect for the expansive wheat fields of the American Midwest. From luxury tractors with radios and heaters, to snow gliding screw machines, to monster horsepower giants that dominated the plains, these 10 crazy American tractors show just how creative, innovative, and sometimes downright wild tractor design has been over the last century. While some of these machines faded into obscurity and others left lasting legacies, they all prove that in America, farming has never just been about work, it's been about pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Which one blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible stories from farming history.